So hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome to an incredibly special day for the channel because the title of this video would suggest. Today we're going to experience the first dynamic drive of the Aston Martin Valkyrie up none other than the famous Goodwood Festival of Speed hill climb. Now why it's such a big deal for me personally and why I'm sort of bordering on goosebumps is I was very fortunate to be invited to be part of the Valkyrie program really from a very early stage, getting under the skin of it, learning about its development, and to be here now for arguably one of the most exciting cars of the decade is unbelievable. But before we go for a drive, let me just introduce you to something and say thank you to these guys here, Michelin. This isn't a corporate plug, this is a genuine thank you. Michelin and Aston basically opened the doors for me to share with you the full development story of this car. If you go back through the channel, there's lots of info on it, but the significance of this is that Michelin are the chosen and exclusive tyre partner of the Valkyrie program. Okay, this is something you don't often see. The last time that I saw this view was when the production spec Valkyrie launched at the Geneva Motor Show several years ago. Since then, what you see in there has become entirely functional. Look at this, for example. This here is an incredibly thin membrane that acts as the air filter for the airbox. This is actually directly descended from Formula One, and you can see when this engine bay lid closes, these carbon channels here meet with this sort of membrane to filter air. The car is running over 1,160 horsepower, naturally aspirated V12 developed by Cosworth. The car originally started out as a development program together with Adrian Newey, one of the best Formula One aerodynamicists of our time. And yeah, when he put pen to paper, it was to develop a road car rather than a Formula One car, but you can still see a lot of that inherent Formula One DNA when you're in it, particularly the seating position. It's just straight out of a Formula single-seater really, only there just so happens to be two seats. Also running a hybrid, so that's the complete power output, 1,160 brake horsepower. So I'm going to be fascinated to feel that torque. Fun fact, the wing here is coated in a special surface that was typically reserved for military application because the ambient temperature that comes out of the exhaust here is over 1,000 degrees centigrade, and it would be a real shame to melt that wing, wouldn't it? So that's coated in some really fancy stuff. To lay your eyes on it and really move around its sculpture to understand its airflow, it truly is a prototype come formula car that wears number plates. Now in a minute we're going to join Darren Turner, who is one of the development drivers on this program. He's had a lot of miles and a lot of experience behind the wheel of this thing. We're going to join him for a drive up there. But at this stage, without wanting to get soppy, I just wanted to say thank you because I've been really dreaming about this moment for such a long time. In a weird way, for our generation, this is like our McLaren F1 moment. So I'm not here just filming this as one other video and brazenly driving up the hill. This for me, and a lot of desperately passionate petrol heads out there, this is a really massive moment. This is the first time we're going to experience the wheels turning of an Aston Martin Valkyrie. It's incredible. So, without further ado, let's jump in with Darren and immerse you in what this assumedly crazy car is all about. So, this is Darren Turner, long-standing racing driver for Aston Martin and Valkyrie development driver. As far as job titles go, mate, come on.
It's all right.
What a chore, you know? It's incredible, and today is effectively the first dynamic debut, would you say, of the car?
Yeah,
of the Festival of Speed?
Yeah, I mean, the car run briefly a few years ago at the British Grand Prix, yeah. But yeah, this is, we've been away, been testing intensively with the program, and this is the first time to have a car down and let everyone see it and hear it and see how it goes.
Let's do it, man.
Right now, we're just on the E-motor.
So this is E-motor.
So the engine's running,
yeah,
but it's not powering the car. So it's on the E-motor, and then it sort of takes over.
going to be on the market. Well, it's on the market already, but it'll be on the road very soon.
And it's all about the aerodynamics and downforce.
Hugely influenced by Adrian Newey, particularly, as you say, for the aerodynamic sound.
And what a noise! That is no easy feat.
Not at all.
No. You know, what do Formula One cars do round Silverstone's? 1 minute 24 now, I think, something like that.
Full load on a hot track. This thing's up there, is it? It's pretty gnarly, like, yeah.
I mean, like the Idiada test this week, they've got a handling circuit there. It's not like a race circuit. It's a bit sketchy for pushing hard,
right?
Because it's not a particularly wide surface that you've got, and then it's got a drop of like half an inch, and then it's just gravel. So there's no like curve or anything. It's like if you run out of tarmac, you are in the gravel.
Right, okay.
So you can't push that on. But yeah, you do like 10 laps around that. It's like a 60-second lap. You do 10 laps around there, you're like, yeah, thanks. Can I have a tarmac?
Wow, okay.
Because
amazing.
If this was a LMP car, you'd have a proper moulded seat and everything else, so you'd get a bit more support. But with a road car seat, you have to sort of hold yourself up, so your body's always working with the lateral G.
So we're going to have a bit of a debrief when we stop and get back. This thing is next level loud. Next level loud. Yeah, when they said this thing was no compromise in terms of performance, literally no compromise. The sound of this thing, it's thoroughbred race car, really. I'm actually amazed, Darren, that you managed to put the number plates on this thing. Crackers.
Well, the number plates,
I'm still processing how hardcore it is. I mean, look at it. It's like getting in and out of a full-blown LMP car. It's wild. So Darren's had done more miles on this thing than probably anyone, huh?
Oh no, there's a good bunch of development drivers, but I've had plenty of miles in the car, and I love it.
Yeah.
But, that first run up the hill, first one up Goodwood, Thursday morning, brand new Cup 2.
Fresh set of Michelin Cup 2s on it.
Not sure what the track conditions were like. Went steady, but hopefully it was a good ride for you.
I tell you what, even when we did find some traction, just that, I mean, we had it for a brief second, but when you feel it all come together, like the pull of it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. The thing is, it's really usable power.
Yeah.
You know, you get into the throttle and it just goes and goes and goes, but there's so much grip available and stability that, from a driver's point of view, it gives you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, mate, I need to come down from that one, but we'll catch up later, man. Right. That was brilliant. So, not typically lost for words. You know that saying, it's like a race car for the road that gets thrown around way too easily all the time? I think this is one of the few cars that I've experienced which is actually a race car for the road. I think it dawned on me on the drive back down the hill, actually, that we've been led to believe this is a road car because it wears number plates and it's road legal, but halfway through that drive, it very quickly dawned on me that this is like a V12 powered LMP2 car for the road. It's I keep looking over here because that power unit there, I would say arguably, and this isn't to detract from any of the remarkable aero work, but the defining feature of that car for me, and the thing that really pulls at the heartstrings, is that naturally aspirated Cosworth developed V12. We didn't quite hit the 11,000 RPM then. I think we were just shy of 10. I mean, it gives me physical emotions, actually, and I think the car's really important because of the way the world's going right now. You know, in this paddock, there's probably more electric cars than I've ever seen, and yet here we are. And this fantastic company has had the courage, really, to make a naturally aspirated V12. It's just got me thinking. It's such a unique experience. I'm actually lost for words. It's crackers. So I'm led to believe that our first drive will be in September. I won't give away too much about that just yet. That was obviously a very quick taster. Now, with that in mind, that you know that we'll have a full track session in this car soon. Leave your questions and comments below as to what you want to know, see or hear from that first drive. This being one of the most anticipated cars of the decade, we're going to try and go all out on the filming and production of it, so we can immerse you in that. So leave your questions below, what you would like to see, and we're going to gear up. So when I do get behind the wheel in a not too distant future, we're hopefully going to bring you along for one of the most immersive drives in the Valkyrie. And 5 years on from where this journey started, I can't quite believe that those words are coming out of my mouth, especially after having that small but fantastically intense sample of it. So there's absolutely zero compromise in performance, and you can feel that, but from the early stages, the feeling inside is you wouldn't necessarily do a road trip in this thing. It's as a louder car internally as I've ever heard. It's coming from someone that did the Gumball Rally in a Vulcan. We did 3,000 miles in that thing. This makes that feel like an S-Class, actually, which I never thought I would say. That's the most hardcore driving experience I've ever felt, which is weird because that was actually a track car which was converted to a road car. This has been designed to be a road car from day one, so yeah, unbelievable. Thank you, Michelin. Thank you, Aston. See you next time. Ciao.